The Willamette. Now it's ended.
Well, guys, I'm very...
You certainly come a long way, D.A. Thank you. So the Nets starting five. We've got Jordan, Harden out there with Brown, and it's Durant, and it's Harris in at the 3 spot. And for the Trailblazers, the high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Nurkic, and it's Jones in at the small forward position. Now, here is Harden. Outside Durant, 6 to shoot. Jordan trying to free himself up, and then Durant with the dunk.
That's a big-time finish. KD dunking all over the defense.
And Kevin Durant, one of the greatest scorers to ever play. Not the most prolific scorer, but perhaps the most talented. He's dangerous from any part of the floor. And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Now, here is Harden. Harris dishes to Jordan. And slam dunk by Jordan.
Man, there are not many times where DJ does not just rip that rim down.
Greg, as scores go, Kevin Durant's as efficient as any.
I mean, Durant has an insane field goal percentage for the shots that he takes. I mean, when you factor in how many threes he puts up, it gets even more impressive. Durant takes so many shots where he's covered and is still efficient. It's just mind-blowing. And running with a full head of steam, but completely under control.
Yeah, you think he's comfortable at that speed? He's done it so many times before. Just an absolute blur in transition, and that helps get the rhythm going.
Gives the team such a great element, having a one guard who can get to the 10.
Certainly something every team wants to have.
I'd like to see that assertiveness, especially from the guy who's going to orchestrate your offense.
From the arc. Rebounded by the Nets.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
And Katie, here we go.
Great natural instincts of Durant. A good decision maker now on the pick and roll.
Harden against Lillard. Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. And a wide open look for McCollum. No good on the 3. For Brooklyn, they've gone 4 of 5 from the field so far. KD passes to Jordan, and DeAndre Jordan throws it down.
Well, KD, an awesome job there, just sharing the rock with his teammates.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
Jones kicks to Lillard. Fires for 3. That one, no good. And Brooklyn will come the other way. First quarter of play, we're about 3 minutes in. Pass to Harden. Greg, you and I talk about the big man, his role in the current NBA, and how they can possibly carry the standard for the great centers before them. And you played with the great one, and Patrick Ewing, so you have a great appreciation, I would think, for it.
Oh, no doubt about it. And I think 2 guys kind of separated themselves a little bit. Nikola Jokic and Joel Embiid, I think, are the 2 guys that stand out for me because of their ability, in essence, to do everything well. They can shoot it, they pass it, they can shoot it from the free throw line, they give you rim protection. I throw Rudy Gobert up there as an elite center as well. Doesn't have the offensive impact that those guys have, but he does impact the game as well.
3 young, dynamic centers. Those are good names. Again, the miss by Lillard. Nets leading by 7. Durant with it. Now defended by McCollum. And there's a foul. It's on C.J. McCollum. That is his first foul of the game. So Portland ends up going with the new group. Some changes for Brooklyn. And the dunk by Powell.
Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
And we say it time and time again, so I'll repeat it. Have to be careful with the ball, or this is what happens.
So it's Brooklyn now. Portland making their last shot. Irving finds Griffin. Doesn't get it to drop for him. Now the Trailblazers take it the other way. Powell, no one around him. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot. And here's Griffin. He'll bring it up for Brooklyn. It's a 5-point game. And a wide open look for Irving. Shot's good. Griffin making the play.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
Here's Simons. The pass to Powell. And the dunk by Powell.
And wait to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket guy still shaking. Here's Claxton. And the last second attempt doesn't fall.
Damian Lillard once commenting that Zach Collins has the potential to be a defensive player of the year. High praise.
And it seems like players are constantly...
As a team, as a unit, as a roster.
Greg Dinwiddie, one of those players who seems to adapt to any situation.
I mean, he's versatile, total team player, will do whatever is asked of him. He's really emerged after being picked in the second round a few years ago.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And guys, what stands out to you from the Nets in this one?
Well, they've been aggressive from the beginning, particularly on the offensive end.
Well, if they wanted to start well, this would be it. They seized momentum right away, and they just didn't let it go in that quarter.
They've got Norman Powell. Enes Kanter is out there with Collins. Then it's Anthony. And it's Simons in at the point guard. They're the group the Portland Trailblazers will start the second quarter with.
That's just tremendous scoring instinct. So fun to watch him work in the half court.
And we've played through the first minute here in the second. Irving from long range. The 11-footer got a piece of it. And now the fast break. Anthony with the ball. Pass to Kanter. Good ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Powell, that's good.
And they're hitting the long-range shots that they were missing in the first quarter, but still have ground to make up.
Dinwiddie outside. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
I mean, it's just fun to sit back and enjoy watching him operate. And that's what it looked like the D was doing as well. They're just sitting back and watching.
Powell. And he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down. Powell's got 8 points in the quarter. Passes to Griffin. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass.
But though he spends a lot more time, at least in recent seasons, on the perimeter, Griffin's bread and butter still can be around the rim.
Here's Simons. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Powell, that's good.
And he's clearly led the way offensively. The question is, can they ride him and get back into it?
Irving passes to Griffin. And the slam by Blake Griffin.
Yeah, put some students in the classroom because that's exactly how you move the ball. Kyrie terrific at spotting the open man, and then you got to get it to him.
Now here's Powell. He's got 14. From deep. And again, it's the Trailblazers from deep.
I love the aggressiveness. He's been on fire the entire first half and continues to strike while the iron's hot.
Dinwiddie passes to Claxton.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. And a new group out there on the floor for the Nets. Quarter number 2, around 3 minutes gone by. Here's Simons to the inside. Powell, that's good.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
Durant at the elbow. And finished off by KD.
And arguably no one in the NBA draws more attention than Harden. Part of why he creates so many opportunities for others.
Now here's Powell. He's got 19. There's the 3. And it's Simons missing.
Not sure how he finds himself in so much space there. He's kicking himself for whiffing a bit on that one.
Durant, that's good.
Love it. KD firing away right now. Has the confidence and the touch. and buries those triples. Sometimes it comes in bunches.
Here's Simons. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Powell for three. Brooklyn with the rebound. 52 seconds left in the first half. And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
So Portland ends up going with the new group. Now here's Harden. And the jam by Harden.
You know, and with how deliberate he can be, Harden still can surprise defenders with that burst, that underrated vertical that he possesses.
McCollum against Brown. McCollum dishes to Lillard. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. .29 seconds left in the first half of the game. KD on the wing. He feeds it to Jordan. Harden outside for three. Jordan controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. Jordan's got the lead up to 10 now for the Nets.
Yeah, you could pretty much say that DeAndre Jordan's going to get a lot of his points right there, trolling around the rim.
And that one's good. Lillard. 6 seconds left in the first half. And here's Harden for three. No good. Shot missing. And so it's the Brooklyn. Thank you, David. And we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back. It was a fast pace for Brooklyn at the outset. And as great as James Harden has been,
And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books. 1 half to go. Trailblazers trail by 7. So for Brooklyn now, we've got Durant, Brown out there with Harden. Then there's DeAndre Jordan. And it's Harris in at the small forward.
Yeah, just a solid job on the backboard. They are really controlling the inside. Well, you look at the career that Dame Lillard has had so far. Taken 6th in the 2012 draft out of Weber State, a small school, but this guy became a franchise player immediately for the Blazers.
So it's Portland now, following the three-pointer by Brooklyn. Lillard misses. Now here's KD, the fast break opportunity. Jordan trying to free himself up. Durant, no good. And thinking of Lillard, the numbers over his career are incredible.
And Lillard found his strength as a shooter, and boy, did he exploit it. He's been averaging 20 points per game almost his entire career, and he's kept adding to his game as one of the elite players in our league.
And both free throws good for Covington. You know, when you look at the balance of power between players and teams, Greg, does it feel like the players now have more say, more control than they used to?
No doubt. We're seeing more players demand trades, sign shorter contracts with opt-outs. And the irony of that is, in my era, our best players were fearful for the length of their contracts or the life expectancy of their careers, believe it or not. And these guys today, they understand their value. They know what they bring to the table, and they are utilizing that to the max.
And is that good, Greg, for the game?
I think so. I do think most guys want to win, and they understand that their legacies are going to be defined about whether or not they do.
Here's the lob to Lillard. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Harden.
You love the pressure he's putting on them. Almost had that steal.
Yeah, pestering right now, and that's going to pay some dividends. At some point, there's going to be a turnover.
Now here's McCollum. He's got 5.
Yeah, they're going to try to search out for somebody that's got a hot hand right now. 1 of 4 to start the half.
He muscles it in through the contact, and they call the foul. And he's on his way to the free throw line.
He's got a lot to do with the position that they're in. A very smart offensive performance tonight from him.
Trailblazers trail by 9. Lillard outside. And he banks in the layup. Lillard's got 9 points.
Powering through on the dribble drive. Lillard has the body control to take that hit and still score the basketball.
Harden kicks to Brown. The dish to Jordan. Oh, and he misses the dunk.
Well, you can tell right there he just wanted to go for the jam, but the defense too good and distracting.
Portland's gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Lillard from outside. Make it 5 for 10 with him in that bucket.
Trying more and more to utilize the three-pointer. It's a good idea. That's his second 3 of the game. 1 in each half.
Dinwiddie surveying the floor from downtown. Let's keep it alive. Griffin kicks to Irving. Second shot opportunity, and the layup is up and in. He's got 5.
Blinding speed there shown by Kyrie Irving on the boost, and when he puts it on the floor like that, he's getting all the way to the rim.
And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Now here's Anthony. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. From deep three-point range. The shot no good. And Brooklyn will come the other way. They've led by as much as 10.
And hard work on the glass. Once again, guys, they put a lot of effort and focus on the backboards.
This is why you always have to be up in the space of Kyrie Irving. He can pull up in the blink of an eye. So lethal.
Third quarter action, and just under 3.5 minutes have gone. And out of bounds as the Nets gain possession.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
So timeout called here, the first for Portland.
And they're allowing too many points in the paint. Coach is going to let them hear about it.
Yeah, coach knows that. They know that. In the timeout, they're going to hear about it, make the adjustment.
Nets leading by 8. We've gone about 3.5 minutes into the third now. Now, here is Irving. 7 points in the game. Outside Griffin. Shot clock at 6. The Nets need to get a shot off here. Fires top of the key. Misses off the left iron.
Right thing there to stay that tight on him and really try to keep him out of his comfort zone.
Good on the three-point shot.
Yeah, there's 6 points on consecutive 3 balls. They're finding holes now in the D.
Now here's Dinwiddie. Here's Claxton. And Cantor pulls it down. They play the clock right, then go 2 for 1.
Just got to time it up right.
Simons the pass to Powell. Takes the 3. And again, it's the Trailblazers from deep.
Their third three-pointer in a row.
And here's Irving. Makes it off the glass. Irving's got 9.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Here's Simons. Dinwiddie covering. From deep. And it's Simons missing.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
Well, I thought they played smart, and then all of a sudden it was maybe a little too flashy there, and that's unfortunate.
Shots continuing to fall as we conclude the third quarter. Both teams putting up points. Nets out in front, up by 4. From Portland, we're back in a moment. And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, a great job with the eyes. And what separates great playmakers, as we know, is peripheral vision.
3/10 quarters behind us. 1 more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the fourth. Okay, now let's reset our lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this fourth quarter. On the court right now for the Trailblazers. Collins is out there with Anthony. Then there's Norman Powell. Then it's Enes Kanter. And it's Simons in at the 1 spot. Here's Griffin. 2 points. That one goes. And the Nets lead by 8.
Yeah, that's the 3rd bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
teams changing it up here. On defense, Brooklyn. The three from McCollum. The rebound by KD. Durant's got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's Jordan, and the dunk by Jordan.
And right now, they're just focused on putting together good possessions.
That's exactly how they got the lead. They ended up having multiple possessions in a row with good quality shots, knocked them down, and the game is fully in their control.
12 straight points off of three-pointers, and the D looks shell-shocked.
Lillard against Harden. And stolen by Lillard. And here we go. Trailblazers with a fast break. Jones is running. McCollum, no good.
Well, a lot of players in the league are going to make that shot, and for him, it's pretty much automatic. It's a good defensive effort to prevent the layup. And that's just enough defensive pressure on him to throw off that shot. I bet he gets a good look at it next time and hits it.
Lets the three fly, and the Trailblazers another three.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
Yeah, pretty infectious right here. Guys in good spirits, and percentages from downtown on the rise in the second half.
Stolen by McCollum, and it's the Trailblazers on the break, and he commits the intentional foul. Irving's checked in for Bruce Brown. Here's Lillard. Fourth quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now.
And really, they've rebounded well all game long.
And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
Jordan dishes to Irving. Back to Jordan. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. And the Nets lead by 6.
A big problem in the paint, really. This is the only area that DeAndre Jordan is going to score from.
Lillard against Harden. Oh, and the dunk by Jones.
And you could see him give a little nod and then just burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
A pair of teammates, Greg, with a terrific feel for each other. McCollum against Irving. That one falls.
Kyrie not backing away from the contact there. In fact, welcoming that one tricked you into it.
And it's Lillard with the ball. He brings it up for Portland. They trail by 6. McCollum outside. Kicks it out to Jones. Back to McCollum. Shot clock at 5. To the middle. It's deflected. And it's out of bounds as the Portland Trailblazers retain possession. Stolen by Harden. And here we go. Brooklyn fast break. Here's Harris. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed. And now an 8-point Brooklyn lead.
Changing ends quickly, getting the advantage in numbers and finishing. They've been doing it all night long.
Yeah, their energy level's been amazing. Battery bar still full, hustling and still working hard out there. And he wants the ball at the end of the games. You can see why Lillard's stepping up again to the challenge.
We've got 1:08 left in the fourth quarter. And then Durant with the jam.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher. He hits the first one, and that will put them up by 9.
How about the charisma of KD that time? Teammates loving what he's bringing to the table here tonight.
Powell, he's checked in for Jones. Lillard against Harden. In the corner, Powell with it. Cullen passes to Powell. Back to McCollum. This one for 3. He scores his 5th field goal. He's taken 9 shots to get those 5.
Another bomb for him right now. His three-point shooting might be the key to cutting that lead.
Well, he's doing everything he can to make them competitive. And by everything, I mean draining threes.
And it's the Trailblazers on the break. Lillard with the ball, and the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Harden. It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Lillard dishes to Nurkic. Shoots the three.
And something that Harden continues to work on. That kind of defensive effort makes his coaches and teammates proud.
And stolen by Lillard. From deep three-point range, misses the shot. And so it's Brooklyn with the win. David, thank you as always. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. Nurkic is out there with Robert Covington, and it's Jones in at the small forward position. And for the Clippers, they've got Paul George. Morris is out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then there's DeMarcus Cousins, and it's Beverly in at the point guard. Now here's Lillard. His first shot is a miss, 0 for 1 to start the contest. Morris finds George, and that one good. Plenty of experience, Greg, on the floor tonight. How does that shape what we're about to see, do you think?
You know, Kevin, this is one of those games where guys are going to be smart out on the floor. They're going to be in the right positions to make plays. And honestly, this could come down to who makes the bigger, tougher shots.
Robert Covington is as competitive as it gets, and he gets to the window there.
Morris looking over the floor. Leonard on the wing. Leonard draws the double to the paint. Here's George, and it's George finishing it off.
How good a playmaker are we watching? Always leading, always trying to create for others.
The shot by Lillard wide open. His three-pointers off the mark. And now running up the court. Leonard pushing it up. And then Leonard with the dunk.
Well, that's about recognizing a transition opportunity when it presents itself. Nice job by Kawhi Leonard.
Here's McCollum. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
To me, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
And it's George missing. Portland's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Over in the corner, Lillard. Over Beverly. Lillard misses.
That's a shot he makes with regularity, but that time the defense up to the challenge.
Morris finds Beverly. Some nice passing here by Los Angeles. Morris passes to Leonard. Now Beverly. Now the pass to Morris. Just 5 on the clock. Here's George. A putback and the rebound by Nurkic. The Trailblazers have gone 2 of 6 from the field. Pass to McCollum to the middle. Deflects the pass. Leonard against Jones. And there's a foul. It's on C.J. McCollum. That is his first foul of the game. Leonard looking over the floor. Pass to George. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. It goes on C.J. McCollum.
What a terrific take to the rim. Paul George is just giving it to the defense right now. Tenacious on that drive.
And Paul George, Doris, kind of a late bloomer coming up in high school. His older sister used to give him the business on the blacktop. Of course, eventually, he found his stride, and the rest is history.
It took some encouraging from older sis and his high school coach, who actually had to threaten him with running suicides to get the guy to shoot more. And think about it. This guy plays his college basketball at mid-major Fresno State. That's really where he got onto the NBA radar.
Oh, and the dunk by Jones.
And we talk about court awareness. There, McCollum doing a beautiful job spotting the open man.
Now, here's George. 6 points for him. Leonard, the pass to Cousins. He's off on that one. Good D by Covington. And so it's Covington who brings up the ball for the Portland Trailblazers, trailing by 2. Beverly against Lillard. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Wearing the number 0 for a reason. Damian Lillard has it on his back for his city, Oakland. Just the latest star from the town.
This is about the last guy you want to send to the stripe right now. They keep fouling him, and he keeps making them.
And Beverly kicks to George. Over McCollum. George with the bucket. George has got his 3rd basket of the night.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
They know that if this guy goes off, their chances of winning rise exponentially.
Portland no good that time either.
no doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
Here's McCollum. And the rejection by Cousins.
DeMarcus Cousins proving you don't have to be a high flyer to block shots. That's about positioning and timing.
Big group substitution here for the Clippers. Zubac is checked in for Cousins. Baca comes in for Morris. Nicholas Batum, he's checked in for Leonard. And it's Kennard in for George. Powell, that's good.
This guy reads situations so well, and he knows how to execute.
For Los Angeles, they've gone 50% from the field to this point, 4 of 8. Outside, Batum. Ibaka in the post. Working on Collins. The three-pointer is right on target. 17 seconds left to play in the first quarter. In the corner, Powell with it. Tried to come right back with the three of his own, but it's no good. Here's Beverly, and the layup is good.
Yeah, this guy's ability to attack and be aggressive. Patrick Beverly in the painted area.
And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. And that does it for the first quarter. Clippers. And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And guys, what's your take on the Clippers so far?
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
Yeah, I think they wanted to come out of the gate strong, and they have. They've taken the early lead here.
On the floor for Portland. Enes Kanter is out there with Collins. Then it's Anthony. Then there's Norman Powell. And it's Simons in at the point. Now here's Leonard. 6 on the shot clock. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. That's on Enes Kanter. Greg, we have a league of many great playmakers, don't we?
Oh, there's no doubt about it. LeBron James is obvious. You know, he played point guard technically for the first time last season, but he's always been a floor general. You look at a young man like Ja Morant, and he's been on the attack since day one when he hit the league. And there's so many more of those guys that are having an impact, understanding the value of that lead guard position. It is fun to watch.
It is so fun to watch. I agree. Zubac, the pass to Beverly. No good from outside. Trailblazers trail by 5. Collins finds Powell. Quarter number 2. We're about a minute in. The three-pointer, no good. And here we go. George heading to the hoop. Finished off the break. George has got the lead up to 7 now for the Clippers.
What great body control from the all-star forward. Paul George, so skilled at keeping his composure under pressure.
Kanter with it. George picks him up. Back to Powell. And the Trailblazers getting another bucket right there.
Boy, I love seeing Kanter distribute the basketball. If you're open, this guy will find you.
The deep three from George. The shot misses. Now Portland takes it the other way. Fires for 3. They grab their own miss.
Hard work and soft hands. Guys, that's what made that play possible.
No simple offensive rebound there. Going for the tip in. And it's George finishing it off.
Well, an aggressive player at the rim. Paul George has the kind of athleticism to make a defense look silly.
Here's Simons. And out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession.
He just didn't get his hands up in time on that one. They weren't on the same page there.
A different look for the Clippers. Luke Kennard comes in for George. Rajon Rondo subbed in for Patrick Beverly. Ibaka outside. Ball's knocked loose. In the corner, Kennard with it. That one doesn't go.
Well, certainly not the best defensive effort, but this guy can't make them pay for their laziness.
Boy, Greg, there is a lot to like offensively for Luke Kennard.
I tell you, he can shoot it. He's a crafty finisher and really improving as a passer. The question mark is the defensive end. 6'5" in height and wingspan, not a leap tool, so he's got to get by on his instincts and his anticipation.
Ibaka finds Batum. Passes it to Ibaka. Over Anthony. And again, it's the Clippers missing.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
I'll tell you, I'd love to see someone take the contact head on. And Norman Powell welcoming the challenge.
Now here's Rondo. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. The pass to Batum. Basket is good. The assist from Rondo. And the Clippers lead by 4.
And just no excuse, guys, for leaving a shooter like him open beyond the arc.
Powell for 3. And now the Clippers on the break. Here's Kennard. Finished off the break. Kennard's got his second bucket of the night.
Well, they weren't going to pass up that chance to get out and run following the steal.
Here's Simons. Pass to Powell. Lets it go from deep. It's hauled in by Zubac.
No idea why he's attempting so many outside shots. It's not his day, and he needs to either look to drive or get it to an open teammate.
A chance at a 2-for-1 if they want it.
If I'm them, I try it.
The shot by Powell, no good. Los Angeles leading by 6. Kennard on the wing. He's got 5. Batum scanning the floor. 6 to shoot. Lets it fly. The Clippers keep it alive. And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball. And here is Los Angeles now. Ibaka dishes to Batum. And Ibaka slams it in.
We know this about Serge Ibaka. This guy is a strong presence on the offensive glass. If you don't check him out, you're going to get hurt.
And so it's the Los Angeles.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
A pretty close game for the Clippers throughout the first quarter. At the end of one, they were...
And we've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. You look at Paul George in this game, guys. He's been everywhere.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
And part of that has to do with his mindset. He has been looking to push the action at every opportunity, and he has been in attack mode all night.
Morris is out there with DeMarcus Cousins. Then it's Patrick Beverley. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's George in at the shooting guard position. That's the group starting the second half for Tyronn Lue. Here's Nurkic. McCollum left side. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. Now here's Cousins. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Greg, if you're a small market team, how do you convince stars that you've drafted and developed to stay and re-sign?
It's a great question, Kevin. I actually think in a lot of ways it's easier today because you can be box office. You can be a superstar in a small market and have the name recognition because of the era we play in. And so I think the biggest way to keep them there is to build a championship caliber team around them. I think that is your saving grace. If you can prove to them that you can build a championship caliber team, I don't really think that there is a reason to want to leave.
It's a solid blueprint. And it's Leonard missing.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
To the inside, Nurkic kicks to Jones. Lillard from outside. The Trailblazers with a new shot clock.
Boy, as slow a start as you could have. Just 1 for 4 from the...
Oh, my goodness! What a play!
This is a case where it's just the pure strength of Paul George, able to fight through contact so well on these shots.
This will make 4 trips to the line so far in the game.
Free throw shooting, not an area he has worried about at all. How about last year, 88% from the line.
Inside.
You know, often we think of Dame as a scorer first, but they're reminding us of his great ability to pass the rock.
George finds Beverly. Into the third we go. 2 minutes in now. Cousins, the pass to Leonard. Takes the 13-footer and misses it off the right side of the rim. And so it's Jones. He'll bring it up for the Portland Trail Blazers. 9-point game. And Kawhi Leonard, one of the league's most dominant rebounders, Doris, from the wing position.
Board man gets paid. That was his motto from back in high school and college. It's all about hard work and earning your keep, according to Kawhi.
Now, here is George. Following the missed shot by Nurkic. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Leonard. And the Clippers miss again. Trailblazers trail by 9. And a wide open look for McCollum with nobody on him. He buries the jumper. McCollum's got his second bucket tonight.
Skilled, crafty. McCollum is a finely tuned scoring machine.
Beverly against Lillard. Beverly dishes to Morris. Here's Leonard. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Leonard's got his second bucket of the game to go.
Kawhi's game comes with a measure of resolve as a scorer. Contact simply doesn't affect him as much as other players.
Now, here's Lillard. It's McCollum on the wing for 3. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard. McCollum's got 5 points in the quarter.
What a beautiful stroke from range. Defensively, you've got to try to take him out of his comfort zone.
George looking over the floor. Over McCollum. They get the rebound. And the foul called on Kawhi Leonard. That is his first foul of the game. Big group substitution here for the Clippers. Zubac is checked in for Cousins. Baca comes in for Morris. Nicholas Batum, he's checked in for Leonard. And it's Kennard in for George. Powell, no one around him, drills it from outside. Powell's got 11 points.
Yeah, that's 2 straight 3-pointers they've allowed.
And here's Beverly. Pass to Kennard from outside the arc. No good. Trailblazers trail by 3. Guys, they've been getting it done.
They came out with a mission, and they have been tough to stop.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Here's Beverly. Trailblazers knocking down the tray. Kicks it to Batum. Back to Beverly. Pass to Zubac. Kennard up top. Guarded by Powell. Kennard on the wing. He has 5.
And no need to rush this. Let the clock run down.
Well, it's trying to close the quarter strong, and by that, take a great shot without giving them an opportunity for another one down the other end. Got to credit the defense. They found a way to stop them, and that's never an easy task.
And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Ibaka.
Great instincts from him to get a hand on that pass and tip it out.
And offensively, a little bit of a careless toss. You could have used a better angle on that pass.
That's the end of the... While we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, making the game easy for your teammates. All about putting them in a position to score. That's pretty.
We've reached the 4th quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. And on the floor for Portland here in the 4th, they've got Enes Kanter, Anthony out there with Collins. Then there's Norman Powell, and it's Simons in at the point.
And some hang time on the rim. Puts a little cherry on the top of that slam.
Well, those kind of displays of strength can get one team rolling. There's the pass to Powell. From deep. Rebound by the Clippers.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Good luck stopping that. Kawhi Leonard, huge, strong hands, in total command of the basketball. Go ahead.
Here's Simons, defended by Beverly, pass to Powell. Feeds to Collins. Misses from close range. The Clippers shooting around 41% on the night. Here's Leonard, and Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Boy, what is more fear-invoking than Kawhi off the bounce near the cup? Look out.
Now a timeout called by Portland.
And team strategies closely guarded. One aspect of the game the fans aren't always privy to.
It's tough to hide your communications. Teams go to great lengths to try to do it, but sometimes to no avail.
Reggie Jackson's checked in for the Clippers. And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hi, Kevin. Well, Terry Stotts just went over his game plan with his team. His concern was both their inconsistency and their amount of three-point shots. He said, let's move the ball for good shots. If you have an open three, take it. Otherwise, let's attack the rim and put some pressure on these guys. Kevin?
Outside, George. There's the feed to Leonard. Over Jones.
And after getting off to such a good start offensively in that first half, haven't been quite as efficient here in the second.
And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. And so here's Portland. Covington kicks to McCollum. Lillard the pass to McCollum. Down low. Covington dishes to McCollum. Sinks the three-pointer. And the Trailblazers lead by 1.
Wow, he looks like a completely different player in this half. He's found his rhythm.
George passes to Jackson. Leonard against Nurkic. Cousins, no one around him, and he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Here's Jones. Yep, that one goes in there.
Yeah, nothing too fancy. Just getting the job done when they need to. Make every possession count.
The quarter keeps moving right along. 3 minutes gone so far. Outside, George. There's the three. He can't get that one. Trailblazers leading by 3. And it's McCollum in the corner. And Damian Lillard with the bucket on the assist by McCollum. McCollum's got 3 assists tonight. Leonard on the wing. Shot to stop the run. That's in for his 5th make of the night. Now shooting at a 50% clip. 5 for 10.
That's one of those clutch shots he's known for. When the pressure is high, he seems to be the most locked in.
Outside, Jones. McCollum kicks to Jones. Good ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Fires the 3. And another 3 for Portland.
How about the fearlessness of McCollum? Doesn't shy away from taking or making the big shots.
George passes to Morris. And here is Cousins. Morris outside. And here's Leonard from 3. Rebound by Nurkic.
Simply put, a bad shot, guys. They all know they can get a better look than that.
Jones finds McCollum. There's 48 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Lillard outside. Back to McCollum. For the 3. Gets the three-pointer to fall. And it's an 8-point Trailblazer lead.
Late in the game, up big, they continue to attack.
And as a result, they may be facing just a little bit less resistance right now. They are having their way.
From deep, George. That shot off. And it's Portland the other way. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Pass to Lillard. From deep three-point range, Paul George grabs the miss. Out of bounds, Portland takes possession.
Blazers ball.
And so it's Portland winning this one. They came in here and, all right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that about wraps it up. Leonard. And it's Zubats in at the center. And for Brooklyn, DeAndre Jordan is out there with Durant. Then there's Irving. Then it's Harden. And it's Harris in at the 3. Now Harden. And the jam by Harden.
And once Harden has momentum behind him, watch out. I love seeing the beard flush it down there with some power. And the league's preeminent practitioner of the step-back 3, James Harden, is as good as it gets. And, you know, like the skyhook, an unguardable shot. And paired with his dribble drive, a 2-move torture chamber.
Here's Irving. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Jordan.
Difficult guarding Kyrie. He's comfortable from any range and willing to take what the defense gives him.
And George, here we go. Now on the scoring column with that bucket. 1 for 2 this game. And thanks to that step back, Harden already the all-time leader in unassisted three-point shots.
And not to mention 4-point plays. And up until recently, teams built elaborate offenses to create their three-point looks. Harden the first to do it one-on-one with volume and efficiency.
Out of character for him to miss that shot. Maybe just a little too casual there.
And the rejection by Zubats. And George, here we go. And that one is off. So Brooklyn will take it the other way.
I mean, all period, it's been a struggle for him scoring the ball.
Nets have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Harden surveying the D. That's in. He's got 2 made now, and he's shooting 2 for 3.
Superb at finishing through contact. Harden is just so elusive and creative on those strong drives.
George passes to Leonard. And the foul on Harden. That's his first foul. And about 2 minutes played here in the first quarter. In the corner, it's Morris. Jackson dishes to George. Clock at 6. Over Harden.
They are out of rhythm. 1 for 5 so far. You just need to calm down and reward.
Oh! That is just nasty.
The athleticism on that finish. You have got to be kidding.
Hey, talk about taking things into your own hands. Here's Zubats. Kicks it out to Leonard. And it's KD with the rebound. Brooklyn leading by 6. Pops it up for Jordan. And it's Jordan with the jam. The importance of the three-point shot never greater than right now. And in your eyes, there are some players who are just absolutely dead, solid, perfect from distance.
No doubt about it. And you know, there's 3 guys to me, though, that kind of separate themselves. And it's one, because you have to honor their ability equally off the dribble, from 3, and at attacking the paint. Steph Curry, James Harden, and Damian Lillard. Those 3 guys can all hit pull-ups and step backs from range off the dribble. They all got great vision, you know, so they can take advantage of defenses that get caught loading a little too much. And then they also are terrific in the paint at getting to the free throw line. So those are the 3 guys I think that create the most havoc when you start talking about having to guard the three-point line.
And George, here we go. And that time, also a missed shot.
They keep calling his number, which is partly how they've dug this hole.
Jordan kicks to Durant. Off target from three-point range. Clippers trail by 10. Outside, George. And again, it's the Clippers missing.
I don't know how many shots he's missed this quarter, but they're going to have to find offense from someone else.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Yes, that goes in.
I'll tell you, Jackson's first step is dynamite, a big asset off the dribble.
Harden the pass to Durant. Keeps it alive, and there's Jordan, putting it right back in. Jordan's got his second bucket of the night.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
And George kicks to Leonard. And Jordan sends it back.
Impeccable timing on the rejection. Jordan takes pride in his defensive capabilities.
And a new group out there on the floor for the Nets. Inside. And it's Cousins. That time on the assist from Ibaka.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
Out to the wing. The pass to Green. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Green. Here's Beverly. 23 seconds left in the first quarter. Kennard against Brown. Beverly with the ball. Back to Kennard from deep. The putback. It's good on the putback.
One thing about DeMarcus, he's got an edge to him, and a lot of the time, it works to his advantage.
Dinwiddie. And so it's the Brooklyn Nets with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. And earlier we spoke with Kevin Durant about surviving.
How can we be the best version of ourselves?
Well, Durant may not be the in-your-face type of player, Greg, but he gets the message across for sure.
He's not going to yell at you. He's going to show you how it's done and expect that you're as committed to winning as he is.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And guys, what stands out to you from the Nets in this one?
You could see they were well prepared defensively coming into this one.
Yes, what they do, they take away the things that teams like to do offensively, also keeping them out of sync.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. Taking a look at Los Angeles. We've got DeMarcus Cousins, Patrick Beverly out there with Luke Kennard. And it's Ibaka, and it's man in at the 3 slot. The shot. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
I mean, hard to fathom that Blake Griffin is becoming one of the more prolific three-point shooters among NBA big men.
Greg, it was a shot he barely attempted through his first 6 seasons in the league. Now he's made it a key part of his arsenal.
Kennard against Brown. Now here's Kennard. Defense right on him. Cousins on the follow. Cousins has got 6.
And buckets like that have been hard to come by. Not the most exciting game. Both sides look way off in terms of their shooting.
You have to give credit to the defenses protecting the rim, closing out hard. This one's been a grind.
Oh, he just punches that one down with a fury.
He rubs it in a little deeper with the hanging finish. Brown against Kennard. And he uses the glass on the layup. Kennard's got his first 2 points of the night.
Can't let Kennard get this close. Once you do, he's going up with it.
Dinwiddie against Beverly. A shot by Griffin. Nobody around. And the 3 off target. Clippers trail by 6. Here's Kennard. Throws it down as the official. And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Paul George is checked in for Kennard. Shot clock at 6. And George, here we go. Zubac's no good.
I mean, you won't see this too often. Getting denied at the rim. He's likely to remember that one.
Harris looking it over. Fires from deep. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. And for those of you just joining us, we're in the second quarter with about 3 minutes gone by. Nobody near George. Offensive rebound. Morris kicks to Leonard. Pass to George. Over in the corner, Zubac. Los Angeles with another miss.
Missed opportunity, wide open from mid-range. He would love to get that one back.
Here's Irving. The basket good off the assist from Durant. And now it's an 8-point Nets lead.
That takes poise, patience, and vision. Great pass by Kevin Durant.
Leonard the pass to George. Over Harden. George, no good. And it's Harden with the ball for the Brooklyn Nets. Only giving up 6 here in this quarter.
Well, the thing about Kyrie, he draws so much defensive attention. Someone's often left open.
George against Harden. Three-pointer. Kyrie Irving with the rebound.
At some point, when you recognize someone's this out of rhythm, you have to shift to something else.
And it's sent back by George. No good from Irving. Clippers trail by 10. Here's Jackson, and it's sent back by KD.
I'll tell you, if you're not looking out, KD will send your shot back.
Harden's shot is off. LA's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. It's Jackson with the drive.
Really the right play defensively. If you can't block, force him to the line.
This is his first chance at the line tonight.
And last season's numbers show him at about an 83% clip, which is far better than most.
And with Reggie Jackson, it's a testament to his natural talent that he often leaves us wanting a little bit more.
Brown outside. To the middle. Here's Claxton, and no luck with that time on the buzzer beater.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, Brooklyn did not hesitate to set the pace. Their mission to dominate early was accomplished. That's all for now.
We play through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. One of the stories here, James Harden getting it done today.
Definitely been challenging the defense here early on, not settling for anything outside.
He's been very effective on the move, forcing the action, getting to his spots, and finishing plays.
We've got Harden. Harris is out there with Durant. Then there's Irving. And it's Jordan in at the 5 spot. So that's the Nets 5. Stolen by Harden.
That's going to drive your coach crazy. Protect the basketball. He lost focus for 1 second. There goes the possession.
And I just love how aggressive Harden is inside. When he's deep like that, he is ready to finish with authority.
Jackson finds Leonard. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's going to be on DeAndre Jordan. It's his first trip to the line.
And how about a year ago? 82% on his foul shot, so he was reliable when he went to the line.
Brooklyn leading by 8. Now here's Durant. Harden outside. Back to KD. Lays it up off the glass. Durant's got the lead up to 10 now for the Nets.
One of the best in the business. Durant in the flow. Loves to work off the screen and roll.
And Zubac picks up the foul. That's his first foul. And for the Nets, their shooting has been great, up over 50%. In fact, 52%. It's Harden with the drive. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively.
Great job preventing that ball from coming into the post. Might have been an easy two if the defense wasn't there.
Lobs it up for Jordan, and the dunk by Jordan.
Put it up anywhere. DeAndre Jordan can go get it.
Harden against George. Zubac kicks to George. Jackson looking around. Looking to get it going. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's going to be on DeAndre Jordan.
Ooh, the craftiness of PG-13. Awesome job fooling the defender and jumping into the contact.
A platoon swap here for Brooklyn.
He's living there tonight, a tough guy to guard without fouling. And the bonus, he's going to knock him down.
Griffin finds Brown. Now Dinwiddie, defended by Beverly. Passes it to Claxton. Just 5 to shoot. The Nets need to get a shot off here. And the slam by Blake Griffin.
That is in Blake Griffin's DNA, dunking on guys.
Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Dinwiddie with the steal. Oh, Dinwiddie in position. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
Oh, phenomenal alley-oop slam there.
They are taking advantage of a team that looks lost out there. Beverly against Dinwiddie. Beverly the pass to Ibaka. And Ibaka slams it in.
When Beverly first entered the league, he struggled to read the action in pick and roll. Now it's a different story.
And as he gets deeper into his career, Serge Ibaka's shooting continues to improve. What a great job he's done of changing how he scores.
It's very impressive because a late bloomer Serge Ibaka has been on the offensive end. Let's look at last season, his highest point per game average, and he's in his 11th NBA season. That still has great efficiency on the offensive end, but sometimes he's overlooked as a scorer on this team.
Back to George. Some solid defense from Brown.
And they've only got a slight edge on the boards, but it just feels a lot bigger.
Here now is Dinwiddie. Six on the shot clock. The drive by Green. Claxton. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Green's got 3 assists tonight.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Ibaka with the ball. Picked up by Brown. To the inside. Pass to man. Back to Beverly. And taken away by Brown. And here comes Brown, leading the fast break. Intercepted. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Ibaka, the pass to man. And Ibaka kicks to George. The shot will not fall.
And for his offense, this has just been a brutal period.
Back to Dinwiddie. To the paint. Here's Griffin. Up and in on the layup. Griffin's got 4 points in the quarter.
It's a rough way to make a living, but somebody has to do it. Blake Griffin absorbing a lot of contact in the painted area.
Misses there. And so it's the Brooklyn Nets with an 18-point lead as the quarter. And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
Let me tell you, when you can run offense through your bigs, you give the defense just another thing it has to try and take away.
And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. And on the floor for the Clippers here in the 4th, Baca is out there with DeMarcus Cousins. Then it's Patrick Beverley. Then it's Luke Kennard. And it's man in its small forward. Griffin can't get it to go in. Clippers trail by 18. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. The first one falls. Both good from the line that time.
Yeah, I like that they haven't lost their aggressiveness here in the second despite being down.
Here's Dinwiddie. Oh, Griffin in position. Out of bounds. The Clippers take possession.
You want unselfishness, but you also need to keep it under control.
And here is Los Angeles now. They trail by 16. Now Beverley. And the pass to Kennard. Shoots over Brown. No good off the back of the rim.
Right thing there to stay that tight on him and really try to keep him out of his comfort zone.
Green, no luck.
The defense got lucky there. That's one you expect him to drain.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
The problem is your opponent is making big plays as well. I'll be curious to see the response.
Oh, Griffin in position. Ibaka looking for an opening. Beverley against Dinwiddie. He lobs it up, and Ibaka slams it in.
I'll tell you, for a veteran, Ibaka still gets sky high on these alley-oops.
Dinwiddie kicks to Brown. The feed to Griffin. Ball stolen. It's 2-on-1. Moving it up. Right wing. Here's man. Had a chance there to cut it to single digits, but it's off target.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
Hard to imagine them losing this game if they can keep shooting like that.
And a new group in for the Nets. DeAndre Jordan's checked in for Griffin. Harris comes in for Green. Kyrie Irving's checked in for Bruce Brown. And James Harden subbed in for Dinwiddie. Clippers trail by 15. Pass to Cousins. The shot that time, not on target. Great D that time from Jordan. And so it's Harden bringing it up for the Brooklyn Nets. They led by as many as 18 points. The Clippers have gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the fourth quarter. Beverley, Jordan with the rebound. Jordan's got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. Nobody near Irving. That drops and it comes off an assist from Jordan.
Kyrie scores so easily. He could lead this league in scoring one day.
Kennard, the pass to Beverley.
2 minutes.
Passes it to man. Fires it up. Los Angeles with another miss. Nets leading by 17. Irving for 3. Rebounded by Serge Ibaka. The Clippers shooting about 26% out there. They need to get a better look. And the rejection by Harden. Kennard against Irving. And so they foul intentionally.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Kevin Durant, he's checked in for Nicholas Claxton. A different look for the Clippers. Durant down low. Morris is there. That shot, no good.
And this is what they wanted. I mean, to announce their presence in this matchup with authority. Very decisive. It can definitely be considered a statement win for Brooklyn.
Great, generous ball movement tonight. A thing of beauty.
Yeah, a remarkable team effort. They got everyone involved.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Jordan.
He played with a lot of fire, a lot of heart, especially on the glass. He's one of those guys who act like every rebound is his, and many of them were tonight.
Lob pass to George. Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. Harris kicks to Harden. Harris outside. Down low. And Katie the bucket on the assist by Harris. And the Nets lead by 17.
Impressive job by the players, coaches, and don't discount the impact of these fans.
They gave the team tremendous energy tonight. The fans were fantastic. It was a true home court advantage.
Leonard, no luck. Harris against Morris. Harris misses. And so it's Brooklyn easily grabbing this one. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. Thank you for joining us.
Putting pressure on the defense by driving it inside or passing it into the post. And it allows both of them to play a very high-quality inside-out game.
Now, here is Harden. From deep. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
Never say never with KD. He's fighting hard to protect their possession with a little help from that wingspan that goes on forever.
Here's Lillard. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
No question about it. I mean, a ton of contact and a good call by the officials. Free throw shooting is about mechanics, confidence, and your mental approach. He's locked in from there most every night.
Brown outside. Back to Harden. And stolen by Lillard. And here we go. Trailblazers with a fast break. Covington with the ball. Powell for 3. And it's KD with the rebound. And so it's Durant with it. They'll bring it up for Brooklyn. And Harden with the stuff.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And you know you're going to get those buckets, guys, when you're quick to get out on the break. Get that ball up the court as fast as you can.
Nurkic. Second chance shot. Powell for 3. Can't hit that one. The Nets go the other way with it. KD on the wing. And that one off the back of the rim and in. Durant's got his second basket of the night.
So smooth offensively, extremely smooth. Durant, easily one of the best scorers in NBA history.
Here's Lillard, and Damian Lillard throws it down hard.
Oh, here he comes, and there he goes.
Oh, look at him punish that rim.
Boy, the guys on the bench loving every minute of that one.
Now, here is Harden. And here is Durant. 6 to shoot. The Nets need to get a shot off here. Here's Harden. Oh, my goodness. What a play.
And Harden, an absolutely vicious dunker. Terrific at bouncing towards the rim for the epic throwdown.
Good D by Harden.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over it. And as expected, Kevin Durant sitting out all of last season, recovering from the Achilles injury. Glad to see him back on the floor.
I agree with you, and it was absolutely a no-brainer for Kevin to sit out the season. That type of injury, you give it all the time you need, and the Nets knew that. They knew when the deal was done that he was going to most likely miss the season. And yet, they did the right thing, and when you have a guy like KD, you want to make sure you're not rushing him back. You want him fully ready when it's time for him to go. One of the things you've got to admire and respect about him is his aggressiveness at the offensive end, always in attack mode.
Harden scanning the floor. KD on the wing.
You know, Harden will burn you when you overcommit and leave guys open. He's excellent at sensing when you're out of position.
Lillard with it. Jordan with the rebound. And he's going to get whistled for that foul, GA. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Now here's Harden. Up top, Durant. Fires over Covington. Again, the Nets for two.
Boy, if you allow Durant that look, he's going to punish you. I mean, it's that simple.
Lillard outside. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Lillard's got 6.
No defensive pressure at all. I mean, that's not going to get it done against him.
Harden the pass to Harris. Back to Harden. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. And DeAndre Jordan throws it down.
Well, you know, a big part of offensive rebounding is really relentless effort and high energy, and Jordan knows all about that.
6-second difference between the shot and game clock. Jones kicks to Lillard. Covington. It's good on the putback.
Boy, how about the effort and energy that time by Covington? Just worked his way right to the glass and got the follow-up basket.
Harden finds KD. It's not going to go for him. And so it's Kevin Durant making headlines and highlights for Brooklyn. And before the game, we ran into Damian Lillard, who touched a puck.
What we've learned is staying together.
And Greg, of course, he helps keep everyone on the same page.
He communicates well with his teammates, and he listens. That's why they trust him. The discussions go both ways.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And from Brooklyn guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Impressive start. They came in with a well-conceived game plan and have executed.
Yeah, you know what? Makes it really easy for the coaching staff in that case. No adjustments needed. Just keep on keeping on.
Here are the 5 Portland has to start the second quarter. They've got McCollum. Collins is out there with Anthony. Then it's Enes Kanter. And it's Simons in at the point guard position. Now here's McCollum. Dinwiddie with the steal. Irving with a clean look. Bangs home the trifecta. Irving's got the lead up to 6 now for the Nets.
You know, the threat of Irving's drive can open up looks for him from the perimeter. And he is a gifted scorer, folks.
And good that time.
Outstanding execution. Good job working the ball inside.
There's Dinwiddie. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Oh, Griffin in position. And boy, that looked like goaltending. Yes, it is. And so they will award the basket there.
So close to getting the block there. You can live with those calls because you'd rather have a guy playing aggressive instead of playing it safe.
And a wide open look for McCollum. A three-pointer off the mark. And so Green will bring it up for the Brooklyn Nets. The pass to Claxton. Now in the free agent race last year, for your money, Greg, who would you have rather taken? Kawhi and PG, Kevin Durant and Kyrie.
Oh, wow. I tell you what, it's a tough call. You know, Kawhi's got a couple finals MVPs. KD's got a couple. Kyrie's got a ring. It's a tough call. I mean, PG is more than capable, man. I think it's a toss-up, partner.
I agree. Yeah, I'm going to agree with you. There's Dinwiddie following the basket by C.J. McCollum. Irving dishes to Griffin. Back to Irving. Pass to Dinwiddie. 6 on the shot clock. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
If you give him an inch of space, he's going to make you pay.
McCollum against Irving. It's McCollum with the drive. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. And McCollum on the floor, all business. Off the court, he's a very outspoken player, very colorful guy. And Greg, you were saying you see a future in media for him when he stops playing.
No doubt about it, Kevin. I mean, McCollum spoke up quickly about the seriousness of the virus when they were playing. He's very knowledgeable and shares what's on his mind. A media position after he's done playing is a very real possibility if he chooses to.
Trailblazers trail by 6. Inside. Shot by Collins, no good.
Yeah, and that was lining up to be a huge alley-oop, but they just couldn't quite connect.
And, you know, guys, always a tough catch on the lob. Placement and timing have to be close to perfect.
And the whistle blows. And, folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
And a new group out there on the floor for the Nets. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Nurkic checked in for Cantor. Robert Covington comes in for Zach Collins. Jones checked in for Carmelo Anthony. And Norman Powell subbed in for McCollum. And KD throws it down.
Well, I love the speed that Durant has. I mean, fantastic at slashing into the paint and scoring right at the rim. That length of stride of his and his speed, lethal combination.
Here's Simons. He's got 5. Here's Powell. That one dropped for his second bucket. Mark him 2 for 4.
It all started with the pass. That's what coaches love to see, ball movement.
Now Harden. He kicks it to Durant. Brown outside. Back to Durant. Covington with the steal. Here's Powell. Goes back up. Here's Nurkic. And it's blocked by Brown. Harden finds KD. Here's Jordan. And the layup's good off the glass. Jordan's got his second basket of the night.
Hey, when you're as big and strong as Jordan is, you expect to get hit. You expect contact. And Jordan doesn't let it bother him.
The shot and game clock separated by 4. Here's Simons. Pass to Powell. Covington trying to break free.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam, using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there. Sure.
I get the feeling, guys, that he may be sensing that this is a critical time in this game.
And he can't jam it through. Harden inside the three-point line. And it's Jordan with the jam.
Boy, somehow, some way, you got to keep Jordan away from the basket, because if you allow him to get it there, he's flushing.
And some good action. Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for this.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. A tremendous start for Kevin Durant. He had 10 points. Well, we know he's... And that should...
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. What a game we're seeing from Kevin Durant.
The way he was able to finish on the block was incredible there in that first half.
Yeah, you know what? I think he's doing exactly what he has to do. Using his body, shaking off contact, and then finishing at the rim.
Durant is out there with Harris. Then there's Brown. Then it's Harden. And it's Jordan in its center, locking down the middle. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. Now here's Harden. To the middle, Covington with the steal. Lillard left side. Money from the wing. Lillard's got 8 points.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Now here's Harden. Brown outside. The feed to Jordan. Great D that time from Nurkic. Portland trailing here. Here's Lillard. Lee pass was put in just the right spot. Lillard's got 4 this quarter.
and really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
The last 5 trips they've had have ended with a great pass leading to a basket. They're really sharing the sugar.
Now here's Harden. Outside Jordan. And Harris wide open. He shoots. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Jordan. Harris has got his first 3 points of the game. Over a minute and a half into the third quarter of action. Here's Lillard, and then Lillard slams it in.
And for a point guard, Lillard has some hops. Outstanding at knowing when to use them for the dunk.
Harden against Lillard. Harden the pass to Durant.
The inside just a bit too congested for him to get the usual shot he would have with rhythm.
Powell, no one around him from outside off the mark.
But only the first miss of the second half. They've come out here with authority.
Lillard against Harden. The kick out to Brown. Back to Durant. Shoots over Nurkic. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
Man, I can't believe he blew that gimme, guys. Well, I know he's frustrated about that.
Pass to Harris. Jacks up a 3. He doesn't hit that one. And it's Portland the other way. And Joe Harris, the lethal shooter. He can also be a threat in the pick-and-roll game.
Yeah, Harris does a great job reading what a defense is giving. He's more than just a catch-and-shoot type of player. Harris can hit shots on the move. He isn't afraid to go at defenders.
So Portland ends up going with the new group. And the shot is good. McCollum's got the lead up to 2 now for the Trailblazers.
And with that great handle and high basketball IQ, McCollum remains a lethal pick-and-roll option.
Dinwiddie kicks to Griffin. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. And, yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able to make a challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Here's Irving. Following the basket by C.J. McCollum. Yep, that one goes. Irving's got 5 points now this quarter.
He has created some terrific opportunities for himself and really made the most of it.
Here's McCollum. Again, the Trailblazers good for 2.
From that in-between range, they've been the much better team.
Well, when you knock down jumpers like that, it opens everything else up as well.
Now, here's Dinwiddie. Outside, Green. Griffin dishes to Green. Excellent D from Cantor.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
The battle to a standstill on the boards has really been something to watch, and the game's not over yet. We'll see if one of these teams maintains more energy than the other going down the stretch.
Collins kicks to McCollum. Up again. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And the Trailblazers lead by 3.
You know we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
3 quarters of play in a close game here. Portland up. Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. And it's Dinwiddie with the ball, bringing it up now for Brooklyn. And on the floor for Portland here in the fourth. They've got Collins. He's out there with Anthony. McCollum is out there with Ennis Cantor. And it's Simons in at the point. The drive by Green. Griffin kicks to Green. Kept alive. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And Blake Griffin is just an incredible athlete, explosive and great balance and mobility, powerful. A big guy who can flat out throw it down, and he also can pass it too.
Here's Simons, guarded by Green. And that's a foul called on Zach Collins. That is his first foul of the game. Brooklyn trailing. Here now is Dinwiddie. Kicks to Irving. Here's Claxton from past the arc, and that's good. Kyrie Irving for 3.
Yeah, how about the percentage they're shooting from beyond the arc here in the second half?
No question about it. They found a nice rhythm from deep.
Here's Simons. Too long in the paint. He's hit with a 3-second violation. And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for the Nets.
You know, with their fast break operating so efficiently, I mean, you can see why they've gone with it throughout the game.
And also, their second chance points have been a story all night as well. That's just pure effort and hustle.
And there's the call on Kyrie Irving. That's his first foul. A good look from McCollum. Good. Nothing but net.
Cutting into that deficit now, well within striking distance.
Boy, time to tighten it up on defense. A stop here would be huge. Boy, in a game this snug, you can ill afford to commit those kinds of turnovers.
And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's going to be on Blake Griffin.
That's the kind of take charge attitude they want CJ to have. Attack the D at every opportunity.
And a new group out there on the floor for the Nets. Nets trail by 3. Harden right side. And it's Harden slamming it down.
Ferociousness from Harden, looking like he wants to tear the rim off.
Here's McCollum, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. And let's get your take, guys, on a scoring breakdown for Portland.
They've knocked down plenty of mid-range jumpers in this one. That's been big for them.
Yeah, but don't forget about their points in the paint, because those have been big.
And Portland making a change here. Yusuf Nurkic, he's checked in for Cantor. Robert Covington comes in for Collins. Norman Powell's checked in for Carmelo Anthony. And Damian Lillard subbed in for Anthony Simons. Lillard with it.
An even stronger second half. Tremendous efficiency at the offensive end of the floor.
Yeah, they're in a nice zone right now, and that basket looks, you know, it can handle 2 balls at once. It looks like now it can probably, for them, handle 3 or 4 balls at once as well as they're shooting. Boy, Durant did a nice job, created space for that shot.
Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation.
Lillard is really a force of nature. I mean, an incredible talent who torches just about everybody with his scoring ability.
And the Nets making a change here. Irving's checked in.
And he's got such a smooth stroke, and it never changes, even in this kind of a high-pressure situation.
It's Harden with the drive. Good.
How good is that? Harden commanding the ball in these moments. Loves stepping up at crucial times.
Yeah, that one put him over the limit, and it's so early that if they're not careful, this could turn into a parade at the free throw line.
That's also good. So he hits both free throws. Nets trail by 3. Around 3 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter.
2 minutes.
It's Harden with the drive, and Harden with the stop.
In addition to his strength, Harden has deceptive quickness. He just has this unique knack to get by whoever's guarding him because he's strong and crafty.
Now here's Lillard. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. So the first one drops, and that will put them up by 2. Second one is good. Getting both at the line, and it's a 3-point game.
Nicely done. Without much separating these teams, that's when you have to make good at the line.
In the corner, Irving with it. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time. Harden's got his 5th assist in this one.
Boy, you need a confident player to get you a big bucket. And that's exactly who Irving is and what he does.
Now, here's Lillard. And there's the defensive 3-second call. And he shows the focus there. Nails the technical.
Ice water in his veins, guys, to give them the lead. He's the one shooting that technical for that very reason.
Portland, no good that time either. And so it's Harris who will bring it up for Brooklyn. And Harden with the stop.
Remarkable speed in transition from Harden, sprinting ahead of everybody, putting himself in a great spot there.
Lillard looking around. And Lillard throws it down.
Proof positive that Lillard is worthy. That's talent you can build a franchise around.
Harden outside. The putback, got it.
Jordan coming up big. His name is Cole, and he ups the ante and delivers.
Lillard, the pass to Nurkic. Back to Lillard. The rebound by Harden. It's the Nets now. Here's Durant. Count!
Somebody lit a fire under Kevin Durant.
Lillard against Harden. And there's the pass to Powell. Back to Lillard. Latrey. Again the miss by Lillard. They've shared the load offensively.
And guys, they put the defense on their heels. You can see right now they're trying to react, and that's what you want when you're in a rhythm offensively.
Durant finds Harris. And they commit an intentional foul. We'll see another one of those so they can get into the penalty.
That's right. No other option but to foul and hope for some misses.
Yeah, they have to extend the game. I mean, plain and simple. Use every second you can on the clock here.
And they go to the intentional foul. First free throw is good, and that gives them a 4-point cushion.
Boy, Harris has become such a solid role player, guys. A knockdown shooter who really elevates the team above self.
Those free throws are the nail in the coffin, guys.
And so it's Brooklyn with the win. David, thank you as always. And that about wraps it up for high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Derek Jones is out there with Robert Covington, and it's Nurkic in at the center filling out the middle. Now here's Lillard. McCollum outside. Terrific, talented backcourts tonight, Greg. Did it ever add anything for you playing across another top-level guard?
Listen, it raises the stakes, no doubt about it. You always want the opportunity to play against the best because you want to see where you stand. But in the end, even when you know a guy's better than you, and you're going to have that be the case a lot of nights, you still know that you will have an ability to impact the outcome when it comes to winning. And that's where you have to keep your focus.
And so the Los Angeles Clippers get the first points of the ballgame. He gets it in there.
Well, Lillard is used to getting pushed around. Got to admire how he muscles it in regardless.
And about a minute gone here in the first quarter. The three from George sinks the triple.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Over in the corner, Lillard. The three. McCollum deciding where to go with it. No good on the triple.
And even with good coverage defensively that time, he has confidence to drill the three.
And it's good to see McCollum working on becoming a better defender, using his quick hands to wipe the ball away.
McCollum against George. Pass to Jackson. Outside Leonard. It's stolen by Jones. And oh, here we go. Lillard's got it, the fast break chance. Again, the Trailblazers good for two.
Lillard, he just fills out the defense. He doesn't rush it. When they play off of him, he torches him. When they crowd him, he'll pull off the J. If they get too close, he'll drive.
And George kicks to Morris. Now the dish to Leonard. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now.
And you look at his numbers from last year, 89% from the line, so hard to ask for much more than that. Probably as close to a sure ping as you can have at the free throw line.
Oh, and here we go. Jackson, nobody back. Floats it up for Cousins. Nurkic with the steal. McCollum passes to Covington. Some nice ball movement here by the Trailblazers. McCollum, no good.
Credit to D for not giving up on that play. He's a tough cover down low.
The shot by George, no good.
They say there are no easy finishes in the NBA, but that should be easy.
And stolen by Cousins. Here's Leonard, and then Leonard with the dunk.
And what about the quick hands of Cousins? Sure, he's an offensive juggernaut, but he also keeps his eyes open for steals as well.
Lillard, the pass to McCollum. Paul George with the steal. Now the Clippers moving it up. Nobody near Leonard. That three off the mark. Trailblazers trail by three. Stops, pops, and the basket by McCollum.
I think McCollum's mechanics and mindset really come into play in the mid-range game. He's deadly from that area.
And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. And here's George for three. Jackson kicks to George. Outside Leonard. Good work defensively by Jones.
He's not an easy man to stop when he's attacking the basket. The D doing everything he can.
And the basket by McCollum.
Looks so smooth pulling up off the dribble. I mean, McCollum very comfortable attempting these quick jump shots.
Now here's Jackson. No points in the game yet for him. Leonard attacking. Oh, and the jam by Leonard.
The finish was nice, but the setup was better.
Yeah, G8, the pick working to full effect before the stuff.
Yeah, coach is definitely pleased. That's the execution he loves to see.
Here's Lillard. And a miss there on the triple. 2-for-1 opportunity here if they want it.
And no doubt, Kevin, if I'm them, I go for it.
And the call on the shot. It sends him to the line.
And look at that move by Cousins. Love to watch him play with a little hop in his step. Oh, he takes it to the bucket.
And so DeMarcus Cousins nails both of them. Trailblazers trail by 3. 32 seconds left in the first. Back to Lillard. Lays it up and banks it in. Lillard's got his 3rd basket of the night right there. The Clippers have gone 4 of 7 from the field, shooting over 50%. Now the pass to Kennard. Pass to Cousins. Three seconds left. Top of the key, Ibaka. That's a 2 from Kennard, and that one released in time, but no good.
McCollum is solid at contesting shot. Does a nice job at getting hands up in time.
Kawhi Leonard has been on display for the LA Clippers.
I know that when the main guy...
He's willing to bear the brunt, and he's also looking out for others.
Great leadership. His teammates seem to rally around that, and it's why every team he's on is a difficult out.
And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Clippers?
Well, when you control the glass, you control the second chance opportunities on both ends.
They've been quicker to the ball, showing great anticipation and terrific hustle.
They've got Norman Powell. Collins is out there with Anthony. Then it's Enes Kanter. And it's Simons in at the point guard position. That's the group on the floor for Portland. Now, here's Kennard. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Passes it to Zubac. And Kanter pulls it down. Portland leading. Powell, no one around him. They get it back.
And that's a pure hustle play, getting to the offensive glass for the tip-in.
And that's the kind of quality you see in any strong offensive rebounder, isn't it? Here's Mann. Pass to Kennard. The pass to Zubac. 5 to shoot. Off target from the baseline. And Ibaka kicks to Zubac. It's good. He scores. That's his first basket after missing his first 2 attempts. Now 1 for 3.
Way to work the inside-out game. Draws the defense in and kicks it out for the open shot.
Now here's Anthony. It's Powell on the wing. Great look, but off the mark.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
And that one drops. Kennard's got his first bucket of the night.
Just focusing on the task at hand, that's all you can do.
Oh, you know what it is. One play at a time. That's got to be the mindset, especially in such a tight game.
Here's Simons, and there's the call on Patrick Beverley. That is his first foul of the game.
And you can see he just didn't get squared up with his feet.
To the inside. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. After a promising rookie campaign, a lost year for Zach Collins, he played only 3 games before the injury took away the rest of his season.
Yeah, I mean, a strange year and a lost year for Collins. You could say that about the whole NBA for that regard. But Collins is underrated as a prospect outside of Portland. This team loves the energy and skill he brings, though, to the table.
Zubac, no good.
He's not using his head this quarter. He's got to get back to finding high percentage shots.
Powell, the pass to Kanter, and Kanter throws it down.
Oh, man, what a slam by Kanter. His size lets him make easy work of those big plays in the paint.
Pass to Zubac. Here's Kennard. From about 16. Lots of room. The shot's good. Kennard's got his second bucket.
Oh, a deadly, decisive shooter. Once Kennard gets a good look he likes, he ain't going to hesitate.
Left side, Collins. Kicks it to Powell. Shoots. Kanter dishes to Powell. Takes a 3. That one dropped for his second bucket. Mark him 2 for 4.
You can learn a lot by watching him operate in their offense.
Beverley looking around. Passes to Kennard. Launches it. Rebound by the Trailblazers.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Foul for three, and the Trailblazers another three.
Yeah, these defenders had better start closing down on shooting.
Pass to Beverly. Now here is Ibaka. He's guarded by Collins, 16 feet away. Ibaka, no luck.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open. And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Now here's Beverly. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Zubac. The pass to Mann. Kennard on the wing. Over in the corner, Zubac. And again, no good by the Clippers.
Oh, a tough quarter for him offensively. He hasn't been able to give his team a lift when they need it.
Taking matters into his own hands.
Yeah, we didn't expect to see that kind of finish.
No, but his teammates love that kind of energy, fellas. I mean, dunks like this demonstrate leadership.
Now, here's Zubac. He kicks it to Beverly to stop the run. And the Clippers miss again.
And offensively, they've gotten stuck on the perimeter, falling in love with the jumper.
Collins controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. And the Trailblazers lead by 11.
And offensive rebounding is about commitment. There, you see Collins showing plenty of it to grab the board.
Connects from three-point range. And so it's Portland holding on to it. Thank you, David, and we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings to the first quarter for the Trailblazers was fairly even. The deepest hole they got themselves into in the open. And that...
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. Greg, as a point guard, what is it you like to see from that position on the floor?
I think first and foremost, leadership. It's so valuable at that spot. And, you know, you always got to have your head high because your teammates are feeding off what you put forth in terms of your body language and enthusiasm. So, you know, the typical stuff about organizing offense and setting the tone on the defensive end, that stuff's important as well. But so much of how you carry yourself out on the floor when you deal with adversity and you know that you're going to, it is really paramount.
Taking a look at Los Angeles, we've got Kawhi Leonard, DeMarcus Cousins out there with Marcus Morris. Then it's Paul George, and it's Jackson in at the 1 spot. Now, here is George. He has 6. Doubled by McCollum. Beyond the arc, and it'll go. And the Blazer lead is cut down now to just 2 on the basket from George.
And look how quick on the draw George is. The moment he's got the ball, he's in motion for the shot.
McCollum against George. And stolen by Cousins. And now the Clippers on the break. Oh, look at him!
And putting his explosive athleticism on full display there. George is capable of some highlight reel dunks.
So timeout called here, the first for Portland.
Things not going their way, and he wants to just try to talk this one over.
Defensive intensity has to pick up, and I'm sure coach is going to let them know that.
Now here's McCollum. Back to Lillard. Right around a minute and a half played here in the third quarter. And Damian Lillard with the jam.
Lillard is capable of getting up to slam it home. You better keep him out of the paint.
Outside Leonard. Pass to Cousins for the lead. Rebounded by Covington.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game.
Now here's Jones. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Here's McCollum. Off target from the wing. And it's Leonard with the ball. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. They've only allowed 2 points so far here in the second half. Now here's Jackson. Outside Leonard. Back to Jackson. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
But you can't leave somebody that wide open when Jackson's running the show. Reggie will find him every time.
The Trailblazers shooting a tremendous 61% from the floor, hitting at all cylinders. Lillard, the pass to McCollum. Jackson kicks to George. Back to Jackson. Passes it to Leonard. For the lead, lock at 6. Jackson misses.
Just enough coverage to bother that three-point attempt.
And a wide open look for McCollum. Offline with his 3. Here's Los Angeles now. Big stretch here going 10-2. And 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot. And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Here's George following the basket by C.J. McCollum. George, no good. Trailblazers have gone 2 of 4 here to start the second half. Here's McCollum. It's hauled in by George.
No other way to put it. Just a poor shooting performance for him. But luckily, his teammates have picked up the slack. And he shows us all what the breakaway rim was invented for.
Can you believe he almost brought the whole thing down by hanging on that long? And Portland has possession after the basket by Los Angeles.
I like to see this little patient reading the D. He finds the open man.
George looking over the floor. Back to Jackson. Pass to Cousins. Morris, left side. Just his first attempt. It's good on the putback.
Poor job defensively on the glass. I mean, Cousins is the first guy you have to get a body on. He has good anticipation and goes long arms.
Now here's Lillard. He's got 8. Shot from 12. And the basket by McCollum. McCollum's got 4 this quarter.
And you see the ability to rise and fire from mid-range, even against that length.
Yeah, the defender just couldn't quite close the gap all the way and got burned for it.
Outside, George. Over McCollum. The putback off on that one. And we just finished the third quarter, and we've got a tight ball game here. Trailblazers lead by 2. From Portland, we're back in a moment. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And, you know, you can always count on him for at least a couple of these pretty assists over the course of a game. And this one, a thing of beauty.
This is how you quarterback an offense. He sees and anticipates what the defense is doing.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. Our fourth quarter action underway, presented by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups. On the court right now for the Trailblazers, Collins is out there with Enes Kanter. Then it's Anthony. Then there's Norman Powell. And it's Simons in at the point. Kennard's shot is off. Trailblazers leading by 4. Oh, he's going up for the alley-oop here.
Oh, and just a soft touch on both ends of that pretty alley-oop.
I got to say, when he threw the pass, I didn't know where it was going. Jackson kicks to Kennard. Shoots over Powell. Here's Zubac. The dunk and the foul. A powerhouse move, and he's got a chance for one more at the line. That's on Enes Kanter.
Good to see a player going all out when the game's this tight.
You know, G.A., he knows what his job is. Patrol the offensive glass.
Second chance opportunity so big in this instance. They have to feel fortunate that they could extend that play.
Patrick Beverly, he's checked in for Jackson. Here's Mann. And Kanter pulls it down. Kanter's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Powell for 3. Takes the bucket. Now he's got 5 field goals. 5 for 8 in the game.
I love his shot selection today. He set the bar for the rest of the team.
Final quarter here, and we're just over a minute and a half through it. Kennard for 3. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Kennard. Portland with the ball. Here's Simons. Outside Anthony. Here's the 3. Not going to go that time. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. Ibaka down low. Working on Collins. Ibaka, no luck. And the dunk by Powell.
He's having a great night from the floor, and they're going to keep leaning on him, looking to grow the lead.
Clippers moving the ball around. Here's Mann, covered by Anthony. And here's Kennard. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
It's Kennard's ability to create that sets him apart. I mean, gets inside, finds himself a shot.
Powell's got room, and the Trailblazers getting another bucket right there.
Changing ends quickly, getting the advantage in numbers and finishing. They've been doing it all night long.
Yeah, when you're executing at this rate, you feel like no one can slow you down.
Now, here's Kennard. Fires the 3. Beverly dishes to Ibaka. Back to Beverly. The pass to Kennard. Ibaka in the post. He started by Collins, and Ibaka slams it in.
And not the most flamboyant dunker, but Ibaka goes to the rack with rude intentions nonetheless.
Here's Simons. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Serge Ibaka picks one up there. He drops the first one, and that makes it a 7-point lead. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Nurkic checked in for Kanter. Robert Covington comes in for Collins. Garrett Jones, he's checked in for Anthony. And McCollum subbed in for Norman Powell. Cousins trying to free himself up. And it's George missing. And Simons has got the ball here for the Portland Trailblazers. McCollum passes to Simons. 3-pointer. That's all good, and that's his 5th basket of the game. He's shooting 5 for 11 now.
He's a volume 3-point shooter. McCollum looks to take this shot off this for this very reason.
Pass to Jackson. Fires at the elbow. Rebound by Nurkic. Trailblazers leading by 11.
And now as the clock ticks down, this is going to end up as a solid victory here for the Trailblazers.
Looking at both these teams, they're great rebounders, and on any given night, you might not know who would have the advantage on the board.
They made the most of those extra rebounds as well, Kevin.
And it's just competing and, giving your best when it matters most.
Yeah, this is what guys play for, and when it pans out like this, it's a great fit. Defensive breakdown, and they can't capitalize. He'll hit that shot almost every time.
McCollum outside. Passes it to Simons. Back to McCollum. Floats it up there for Nurkic. Leaps for it and out of bounds as the Clippers gain possession.
And that's a gift if I've ever seen one. They've got to communicate much better out there.
And it's the Clippers' ball. It's a 13-point game. Now George. And so Portland takes this one, but by a big margin. Some good. And for Los Angeles, they've got Paul George. Kawhi Leonard is out there with Morris. Then there's Reggie Jackson. And it's Cousins in at the 5, down low. Morris passes to Leonard. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. Morris with the bucket. Two terrific defenses tonight, Greg. They do it in a variety of ways. It's been hard for either team to score.
You know, strong on ball, in help, in transition, and both coaches doing such a great job of making the adjustments. And listen, the reality is defense still can be a factor in determining who wins and who loses.
And we're seeing it right before our eyes. Inside, Harden finds Jordan. Outside Irving. Lobs it up for Jordan. And stolen by Cousins. And here we go with Morris running it up the court. George with no one around. Here's Leonard. And there's the bucket. Staying with it on the offensive glass, getting it done.
It's like he's got a couple of suction cups at the end of those long arms. Those huge hands from Kawhi, helpful on the glass.
It's Harden with the drive.
And credit the screen for giving him the space he needed to get to the rim.
For sure, GA allows him to come in with the sledgehammer.
Yeah, well, I settle for the layup when you can attack the rim and rise up like that.
Irving misses. The Clippers have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Up again. Great positioning on the putback.
Well, the edge to Cousins rebounding, you're okay with it if it shows up in the way he goes about his business on the glass.
It's Harden with the drive and the jam by Harden.
How about the head of steam he's able to generate right there and just gets to the rack really easy.
Outside Leonard. Pass to Morris. George looking over the floor. That shot is off. And Brooklyn will now go the other way with it.
His touch has left him in this quarter. Nowhere close to the kind of output they need from him.
Yeah, you got your shooters and you have your scorers, but James Harden is both.
Jackson dishes to Leonard. First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. And it's Leonard with the jam.
Nice there, getting the reverse. Love that. And the fans got a little bit of a show there.
Guys, that one definitely had a little something extra on it. And Harden Harden with the stuff.
Yeah, just constantly attacking the paint. Harden does not settle.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. And it's Jackson with the ball, bringing it up for the Clippers. And here's George for three. And it's out of bounds. The Nets will take it the other way. The Nets have gone 4 of 5 from the field so far. Harden outside. Jordan, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
I mean, he might as well pour a foundation and put some framework around that, because that's where DeAndre Jordan lives on the offensive glass.
And Cousins kicks to Leonard. Cousins, the pass to George. And the shot goes in.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
George against Harden. Pass to KD. To the middle. Here's Jordan. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Not easy to cover DeAndre Jordan. He's that deep inside, nearly impossible to stop.
And it's a completely new group for Los Angeles. And a new group in for the Nets. Nicholas Claxton's checked in for Durant. Green comes in for Harris. Bruce Brown, he's checked in for Kyrie Irving. And Dinwiddie subbed in for James Harden. For Brooklyn, they've gone 5 of 7 today so far. Nice shooting to get this game underway. The drive by Jordan, and it's blocked by Ibaka.
An elite rim protector, Ibaka has the highly desired combination of athleticism and time.
Green dishes to Dinwiddie. Shot clock at 6. The kick out to Brown. The three. It's hauled in by Beverly. The Clippers trail. Batum for 3. Kennard, the pass to Beverly. Zubac's in the post. He's against Green. Kennard's shot is off. Brooklyn with the ball. There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock, and it goes down 2 points.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
Beverly against Dinwiddie. Beverly looking around. Pass to Kennard. Back to Beverly. Shoots over Dinwiddie. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. James Harden getting it done for Brooklyn. Ethan. And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And from Brooklyn guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Well, they've been aggressive from the beginning, particularly on the offensive end.
Well, if they wanted to start well, this would be it. They seized momentum right away, and they just didn't let it go in that quarter.
In a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. And Brooklyn looking who they've got. They've got Griffin. Green is out there with Brown. And it's Claxton in at the 4. Kennard's shot is off.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Griffin passes to Claxton. Back to Griffin. Batum with the steal. Here's Beverly. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Good route there from Beverly in transition. So quick and then really decisive on his line to the basket.
And the Croatian big man, Ivica Zubac, a big hip-hop fan. His teammates call him Zupac.
It's amazing that he was traded from the Lakers to the Clippers, so still home games here at Staples Center.
The Clippers shooting a respectable 47% from the field in this one. Batum finds Kennard. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. The Nets have gone 0 of 3 and are still looking for that first bucket here in the second quarter. Dinwiddie attacking. Banked in off the glass.
I'm not sure who was supposed to be on him that possession. I mean, apparently neither did the defenders.
We're closing in on 2 minutes played here in the second quarter. Here's Batum, and that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Boy, your alma mater, UNLV, Greg, has produced some great NBA players over the years. I mean, so many great names.
No doubt about it. Listen, I got a special place in my heart for my former teammates Larry Johnson and Stacey Augmon.
Right.
But also guys like Sean Marion. You go back to Reggie Theus, who was a tremendous player. And right now in the league, you got Kim Birch, dunk champ Derrick Jones, and an up-and-comer in Christian Wood.
Good mentions. Dinwiddie dishes to Griffin. The shot comes out, so Los Angeles will take it the other way. For Brooklyn, they've gotten off to a rough start here in the second quarter, going just 1 for 5. Brown kicks to Green. And it's Green with the jam.
And you really can't forget about Green's speed. So effective on the drive.
Dinwiddie against Beverly. Outside, Batum. Kennard, the pass to Batum. Kennard against Brown. He gets that one. Nets have gone 2 of 6 from the field in the second quarter so far. Dinwiddie surveying the floor. Brown inside. Kennard covering. Clock at 6. Dinwiddie kicks to Griffin. Floats one up. And the rejection by Ibaka. And he commits the intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
And a new group out there on the floor for the Nets. Beverly, the pass to Kennard. There's 1:38 left in the first half of basketball.
So agile. Ibaka able to quickly come up and set the screen, then quickly rolls into position for the score.
It's Harden with the drive, and Harden with the stuff. We've seen the lead change hands quite a bit in this one.
And guys, I think each team knows they can win this game. Just a matter who can catch that momentum.
And Ibaka kicks to Beverly. Irving against Kennard. And the pass to Ibaka. The shot off that time. The Nets go the other way with it. Harris passes to Harden. Good on the shot. Now it's a 3-point Brooklyn lead.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Pass to Kennard. There's the triple. That one drops, and he's now 2 for 5.
Well, if you're open, Patrick Beverly is going to do his best to get you the ball.
And now they decide to foul intentionally. .35 seconds left in the second quarter. On the wing, Irving. Guarded by Jackson. The 10-footer. Again, the Nets for 2.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
16 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Now, here's George. 6 to shoot. Here's Cousins, and they force the shot clock violation. Great D. So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Brooklyn found themselves in a close game in the first. The period came to a close with them. Thanks for joining us, folks.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. An exceptional performance so far from James Harden.
The burst he's had when going at the rim has been fantastic. A lot of strong finishes through 2 quarters.
This is why the best athletes in the world play this game. If he finds a hole, he rips through and throws it down.
Paul George is out there with Rajon Rondo. Then there's DeMarcus Cousins. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Morris in at the 4-man position. That's the group starting the second half for Tyronn Lue.
Just a lightning bolt there in transition. No one can match up with Kawhi, especially at his position. That time they pay the price.
And he found the perfect spot behind the arc there. Big gap in the D.
Outside Leonard. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. From deep, George. That one doesn't drop. And it's the Nets taking it the other way. And here's the fast break. Jordan leading the way. KD can't get it to go. Clippers trail by 3. Here's Leonard. Kicks to Cousins. He's looking for Leonard and finds him. No one near him. Here's Morris. Outside Leonard. Passes it to Morris. Leonard on the wing. Just 5 to shoot. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's going to be on DeAndre Jordan.
And we all know what a tough cover Kawhi has become. The defender got caught in a bad position and is kicking himself for it now.
Los Angeles making a switch here. Jackson's checked in.
Well, a great player on a great role at the charity stripe. The D has got to be careful about being too aggressive on him and sending him back for freebies.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
And here's George for 3. Knocks down the 3 ball. George has got the game tied up here for the Clippers.
Well, Paul George starting to feel real comfortable right now at the 3-point line.
Pass to Irving. Lets it go with the 3. It's hauled in by the Clippers. Leonard attacking. He kicks to Jackson. There's the dish to Cousins. Outside, George. So they take the lead. George has got 5 points now this quarter. Brooklyn's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. And a deep 3 from Harden. Morris with the rebound.
Well, even though he misses that one, the defense has got to talk about that. And that's a bad miscue. And you can't give up looks like that all game long. Not sure which clips they watched at halftime, but he has figured out how to attack the D, and they kept him in check in the first half. He's flipped it.
Harden kicks to KD. And they get it. No good on the shot. Great D that time from Leonard. And there's the call on Durant. That's his first foul. Los Angeles leading by 4.
And in a player empowerment era, no greater power move than Kawhi Leonard's last year. Fresh off a Finals MVP with the Raptors, he signed with his hometown Clippers and compelled a trade for Paul George.
Think about that 14-month run where Kawhi Leonard made his way to Toronto, a team that was on the cusp for many seasons. Goes there, wins the MVP and a championship for the Raptors, and then ends up in his hometown of Los Angeles to try to do the same for the Clippers. Now that's getting it done and writing your own story.
Nets trail by 4. Oh, Griffin in position, and then Griffin with the dunk.
Ah, so pretty when it's effortless like that. Blake Griffin up in the air, throwing it down, all second nature.
And here's Beverly. Ibaka outside. Up top, Zubats. And it's a defensive 3-second violation. The Clippers have been solid at the line so far. 4 for 4. And the technical free throw is good.
Batum brings length and a versatile game to his spot on the wing. And his defense, always a big asset for this team. He's the kind of player that everybody needs to have out there. Kind of a glue guy.
Los Angeles with another miss.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
From the top of the key. That one a little long. Nets trail by 3. Down low, Brown. And he makes good on the layup.
This can make it so much easier for your teammate when you throw that lead pass that gets to him right on the money, whether that's on the run or in the shooting pocket.
Beverly, the pass to Kennard. 27 seconds left in the third quarter. Batum wide open. He fired. And the 3-ball is good. Batum's got 6.
Yeah, draw the D in, kick it out for the open shot. That's taking a page straight out of your textbook. Well done.
Dinwiddie drives in. And another turnover here by Brooklyn. Beverly with the ball. Kennard up top. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in.
Nice to see Kyrie focus on locking down his man.
And we've watched 3 so far in this one. Los Angeles on top. They lead by 4. We'll be back shortly live from Staples Center in downtown Los Angeles. Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. On the court for the Nets, getting the fourth quarter going, we've got Harden. Durant is out there with Harris, and it's Kyrie Irving, and it's Jordan in at the 5. And here's KD for 3. And George, here we go.
What great.
And it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the official.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively and involving the coaches by being able now. The challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Harden against George. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
As crafty as they come, Harden uses that tremendous body control to his advantage.
So he gets them both. And we've played through about a minute here in the fourth. Outside, George. Jackson dishes to Leonard. Back to Jackson. Outside Leonard. Clock is at 3. Pulls up. The putback. It's good on the putback.
Well, at 270 pounds, Cousins will bring it all right at you. Someone crashes the glass, and there's the putback in fine fashion.
Harden with it. George picks him up. And here comes Leonard, leading the fast break. And finished off by Leonard.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
And the gamble paying off.
And you can see why he might be off on some of his attempts, getting far fewer shots today than he's accustomed to.
Jackson passes to Morris. Harden against George. And he can't extend the lead to double digits. Nets trail by 8. Feeds to Irving. George with the defensive effort.
A lot of defenders choose to just back up off of him when he's in that tight, try to avoid the and one, and this time they're not backing off.
And they call the 8-second violation. Too much time getting it up court. We're in the fourth quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone. Harden dishes to Jordan. Back to Harden. Harris outside. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Marcus Morris picks one up there.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the knee.
And Brooklyn making a change here. Griffin's checked in, and Harris drops them both.
Crucial that he converts those shots. They've got to keep eating away at the lead.
Here's Jackson. Now the pass to George. George double teamed. Now here is Morris. 6 on the shot clock. The Clippers need to get off a shot. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. And here's Griffin. He'll bring it up for Brooklyn. They trail by 6. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2x. And so the coach's challenge here comes into play. The coach protesting the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review. Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
Jackson looking around. Outside Leonard. It's up a 3. Los Angeles with another miss. For Brooklyn, they've gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the fourth quarter. Harden outside. Dishes to Durant. It falls! And he has brought them to within 2 points.
Remember that one, guys, a difference maker.
I'm wondering, is that the biggest shot of the game?
Outside, George. Rebounded by the Nets.
Points are an absolute must here.
Can't come away empty. That would be the nail in the coffin.
Harris, no good. And they foul intentionally. They're going to have to do that now again and again. They're not in the penalty yet.
Had to foul, and on that occasion to stop the clock. That's the enemy in this situation.
Good on the first, and that makes it a 3-point lead.
The versatility of Paul George as he's matured and put some more weight on his frame through the years. He's an exceptional two-way player with outstanding length and a tremendous scoring ability.
So it's Los Angeles taking the W in a close. All right, David, thank you. And that'll wrap it up, folks.